we ought to do now, if Vinny, you'd like to say a little bit about yourself and seg into some music, and then we can come back to a little bit more about the project and a little bit more about arts and music in mental health and health in general after that. So over to you then, Vinny.
Right, hello everyone. It's good to be here. I've got Liverpool connections myself. I was saying to Will, I worked in Liverpool for a while in learning disability services and then mental health commissioning services. So I have a vague notion of where you are and the kinds of places you're hanging out in. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, but a little bit on Tonic Music, which is the charity that John and I are part of. I'm a trustee of Tonic. I met Steph Langan, who started the charity back, I think, in 2012, and I was doing a gig in, I think it was Southampton, in a proper old rock and roll venue called The Joiners, which some of you may or may not have heard of. It's probably operating at a level the Zanzibar used to operate at, or those kind of, that size venue. I think the Zanzibar is actually closed in Liverpool now, but anyway, I met her after the gig and she was talking about setting up a charity and I got involved. And from those beginnings, we started thinking about music as a driving force for mental wellness, I suppose. In fact, all creative acts that can keep you focused and give you something to believe in. So I ended up just putting some basic workshops together for Tonic, which were very straightforward, not like the more structured, tutored mental health kind of work I'd been involved with, but much more about like a rock and roll kind of workshop. So an opportunity for people to bring instruments, share ideas, look at lyrics and song ideas, or just play other people's songs. So the workshops have evolved to work with various sort of community providers of mental health services, but not just that. You can pretty much do it if you're just interested in music and poetry and ideas as a confidence building exercise. So it's really about confidence, creativity and self-esteem, which is really important when you're a little fragile in your mental health, wellness, whatever we're calling it. The way those workshops would evolve would be, 15, 20 people splitting into groups and bringing instruments, talking about their labels and their mental health and what it feels like, exploring some of the issues of anxiety or whatever it is that a label that they've been given and kind of debunking some of that labeling. I've also had a lot of people talking about medication they're on, but I'm hardly equipped anymore to really know much about the modern medication regimes. So the morning's really about just getting to know each other in a safe environment. In the afternoons, we put together small groups and they end up writing songs together and performing them at night and having the experience of quite a lot of these events that happen in music venues. Obviously, haven't happened for a long time now, and it's nobody's gigging and nobody's, people are closing down. It's all pretty serious. But when we were running these events in music venues, people were having the opportunity to use a real PA. We had sound engineers there. And then, of course, people's relatives, families, loved ones, friends, neighbours came to a show at night and everybody who'd written songs was able to perform. And that's really quite a big deal for people, and connecting them up as well is all part of what happens. So in a couple of workshops that we've run, I think one in Portsmouth, a band formed and they're still going now, and that was 2 years ago. Because one of the tragedies, I suppose, of vulnerable mental health is isolation, and connection is all part of the workshop experience, if you like. So it's really just bringing people together of a like mind, sharing ideas on music, and just how important music can be to help our souls sing, so to speak. I don't know where that came from, singing souls, but you know what I mean. It's a way of expressing something that and sharing something. Here goes the cat again. Careful. All right. So that's a little bit about workshops and tonic music. For my own mental health, I think maybe I could play you with, like most people, I've had intermittent issues. Probably for me, anxiety would be something that I've been aware of most of my life, you know, getting irrationally anxious about something or nervous. And I thought, well, I haven't played this song for ages, and this is a song that I'm going to play for you now that I wrote in 2006, I think it was, and it was on a record called The Fall and Rise of Vinny Peculiar. And shall I crack on, John, and play a song? Is that enough of a witter, do you think, to start? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it, Vinny. I'd say.
This song has sort of anxiety connotations, if you will, and it's called A Man Afraid. I'm afraid of failing you. I'm afraid of what is true. I'm afraid to lose my way. Afraid that I need somebody to tell me it's okay. I'm afraid of good ideas. I'm afraid to face my fears. I'm held captive under some spell, looking for excuses when I know the truth too well. I'm afraid of having fun. I'm afraid of what I've become. I am afraid of writing songs. Afraid that each and every one will be forgotten when I'm gone, and they won't put to right my wrongs. I'm afraid of growing old, afraid of doing as I'm told. I'm afraid of losing you. I'm afraid of doing nothing when nothing's all I can do. I'm afraid to freak you out, afraid you're gonna scream and shout, and I'm afraid to cook the tea, and I'm afraid of the washing machine, because I turned all the clothes green. I'm afraid to tidy up, afraid of doing household stuff. I am afraid what you might say when you get home at the end of the week. and you really don't want to speak, afraid I just get in the way. I'm afraid of everyone, afraid I don't know right from wrong. I'm afraid of going out, afraid of the things that we really need to talk about. I'm afraid of getting sick, afraid of acting like a dick, and I'm afraid to take exams and of person-centered risk assessments and aftercare treatment plans. I'm afraid of going away, afraid of holidays. I am afraid of going to work, afraid to dance out in the street, and of the people that I meet, afraid of looking like a jerk, afraid of getting off my face, of the nature of disgrace, afraid I'm going to lose the race, afraid that I can't remember my daughter's face. I'm a man afraid, just another man afraid, just another man